guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Sunday, November 30th, 2025. Welcome to another New York City video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you serious tractor-trailer accidents and mishaps in New York City and a couple in New Jersey as well. All of these pictures were taken by me personally between the years 1986 and 2016. So as we go along, I will narrate each picture, tell you where it was taken, when, and the circumstances. So let's get started with this bad boy right here. This is one of my most recent ones. This was snapped in approximately 2016, and this is the Cross Bronx heading eastbound at the exit for Westchester Avenue. What happened was this tractor-trailer driver was driving in the middle lane and his trailer suddenly buckled. The truck was loaded with beer, and I happened to be driving. I'll show you. If you look right up here, I was on the service road. All right, I was proceeding west, and I happened to look down just as he was pulling over. So I made a flip-flop and came right up behind him to see if he needed help. Soon after I arrived on the scene, fire trucks came, heavy-duty tow trucks came, everybody showed up. The truck was loaded with beer. And I'm not really a beer drinker myself, but I saw that a lot of other people are. Let's move on to the next incident. Here in New York City, trucks are not permitted on any parkways because a lot of them have low bridges and narrow lanes. New York City has spent countless amounts of money in signage and warnings, including this sensor-activated sign that warns you if your vehicle is over height. In spite of all this, tractor-trailers continue to whack low bridges. This particular highway we're going to discuss now is going to be the Hutchinson River Parkway, and specifically we're going to discuss the Westchester Avenue Bridge, the way it used to be and the way it is now. These pictures date back to approximately 2008, and I'm standing on the Hutchinson River Parkway, and I'm actually facing southbound. Now, this is the southbound side here, the way it was back then. And the bridges are mismarked. Every one of them is mismarked. It's pathetic. Whatever the sign says, you can add 1 foot clearance to that measurement. But even so, there are no tractor trailers that are going to be able to clear this side or this side. Now, since then, about, 3 years ago, the city replaced all the metalwork of this bridge, this overpass, and what they did was, instead of arching it like it is here, they straightened it out straight across. So where it used to be 11 foot something, now it's 12.4. Well, really 13.4 when you add the extra clearance. This I took in approximately 2012, this particular picture. This is the north side right here. Look how the city put reflective tape. So if truckers come by at night, they can't miss this. And of course, the clearance signs are here. This is the south side. Both are very low, but this was the lower of the two sides, the south side. Here, you're looking at a close-up view of the south side. All right. For instance, here it says 10.9. That is not correct. The correct measurement would be 11.9. Back in the day, see these little lights here? They had these all the way across here. But of course, tractor trailers knocked them all off. They also used to have chains hanging down to warn drivers they were hit so many times they were obliterated. The right lane here was extremely low. I can't tell you how many times not only tractor trailers, but straight jobs as well blasted through here and got hung up. This would be facing northbound at around the same time. See, this one says 10-4. This is really 11-4, okay? But again, no tractor trailer will clear it. You can see the scrape marks here, how many have hit. See it? Now, let's talk about our first victim from the Hutchinson River Parkway, Westchester Avenue overpass. This over-the-road trucker here was heading northbound in the wee hours on a Sunday morning, I guess about 5 o'clock in the morning, and he was illegally on the parkway, blasted right into the overpass. As you can see, he ripped his trailer to shreds. He pulled over to the side of the road, left the truck running, and ran from the scene. That's what witnesses told me when I rolled up. They told me that the driver was new for the company. He had only been working 2 days and was scared to death and just took off and left his truck running right there. When I arrived, a second truck was brought in from the opposite way to help offload what he had on his truck onto the second truck. Now, let's take a look at some of the damage that the southbound side can do. On January 19th, 2011, this over-the-road trucker found out the hard way that he's not supposed to be on the Hutchinson River Parkway. This particular driver was on the other side, the southbound side that I showed you is even lower earlier. He must have hit that overpass doing 55 miles an hour, because not only did he rip off his trailer, he also ripped off his wind dam. This guy really did a lot of damage, and he caused a huge traffic mess. Here you can see the trailer was completely obliterated, and they have a rotator working there, helping to offload him onto another truck they brought in specifically for that purpose. There you can see the rotator, and behind him is the truck. This guy did a lot of damage. He was an independent owner-operator hauling a JB Hunt box. And here you can see, I took this from an overpass. There's the other truck they brought in to help offload this guy. Now, so far, I've showed you 2 incidents on the Hutchinson River Parkway. Now, we're going to move over to the Henry Hudson Parkway in Manhattan, and I'm going to show you an incident that happened there. In order to understand what happened here, because you don't see any low bridge around, I have to explain this. This over-the-road trucker from Canada accidentally got onto the Henry Hudson Parkway where he doesn't belong. As he was driving southbound, I guess he realized he was going the wrong way, and he tried to get off at the 158th Street exit. The problem is, this was not designed for tractor trailers, and there's not enough clearance to make the turn. So when he got to this point, his rear trailer wheels struck the metal guardrail, and I guess he didn't know it, and he continued going and going, ripping out the entire section of guardrail and slicing up all 4 rear tires on the trailer. So he was stuck there. I actually heard about this on the radio, and I headed over to the scene to photograph it. Let me give you a better look at those rear wheels, if I may. There you go, look. Tractor is fine, but it's the rear wheels that got torn up. Not only the tires, but you can see the rim itself is bent. Now, we're on the Henry Hudson Parkway. Let's take a look at another incident on the Henry Hudson Parkway from a long time ago. This particular incident happened in 1989. This is the southbound Henry Hudson, but way up in the section of Riverdale. And you can see what happened here is this particular trucker illegally got on the Henry Hudson, but at least he realized ahead of time that he was going to hit this low bridge, so he stopped. The 77 Cadillac in the picture was what I was driving at the time, so I stopped and I helped the guy out. The only way to get this guy out of here was to help back him up. There used to be an entrance ramp right behind where I'm standing. It has since been closed off. But what I did was I pulled my car all the way through the entrance ramp so no one could come out, and I helped back the guy out, saving him a ticket. The unusual part about this particular driver was that he was driving a day cab. He was not an over-the-road trucker, which made me wonder why he did not know, if he's from our general area, that tractor trailers are not allowed on parkways. Here we have another lost soul. This particular incident occurred on a Sunday morning in approximately 2018. I was driving in Queens, just getting onto the Bell Parkway. I'm coming down the entrance ramp and I spot this misplaced tanker tractor trailer just before the Lefferts Avenue exit. Now the problem is, a little bit in front of him, which I'm going to show you shortly, is a low bridge. However, because he's in a thermos bottle, he's going to be able to get under it no problem. But still, if a highway cop comes along and sees him, he will be getting a ticket. So I want to help the guy out. So I got out, walked over to him, and here's the low bridge I'm telling you about, which of course is mismarked, as I'll show you in a minute. But even if he went through at the lowest point in the right lane, he would still make it through it no problem. They have since changed this area a little bit. They have a big concrete wall here now that forces everybody a little bit more over to the left. But let me show you how this went down. Look, you can clearly see that this bridge is a lot higher than the sign says. I told the trucker to go into the middle lane just to play it safe, and of course he's doing that. The sign on the right in yellow says, I think, 10 feet 8 inches, which means in reality it's 11 feet 8 inches. But anyway, I've seen even full-size tractor-trailer box trucks get through the middle lane with no problem. I said to him, as soon as you get underneath in the middle lane, put that right signal on and get off at Lefferts Boulevard. I made sure he understood that. And as you can see, he did understand it, because he turned his flashes off and now he's got his right signal on. You can see people were giving him a wide berth here to get through, which is good. And he got off at Lefferts Avenue and any potential crisis was averted. Here we are on the Cross Bronx Expressway heading west, within the confines of Rosedale Avenue, slightly west of Rosedale Avenue. You are looking at a tandem tractor trailer pulling two pups, and apparently he lost control and he hit the divider, and I was first on the scene. I honestly do not know where his engine cover went. I looked around, I didn't see it, nor was there any sign of the driver. While I was taking this picture, a highway patrolman pulled up, and he got out, he's looking around. He couldn't find the driver or the engine cover. But I had other stops to make, so I couldn't really make a project out of this. Let's move on. This is something I documented in a previous video, but I did want to include one screenshot of this good old classic cab over Werner, who jackknifed after hitting a divider on rain-slicked 95 North up in the Bronx. Apologies for the poor quality of this picture. This was taken back in 1990. But what happened here, I better explain. You can see right here, this is the Cross Island Parkway in Queens. This is an over-the-road trucker. Back here, if you look really close, you can see a police car with the flashes on, and he's backing the trucker up, or attempting to, off the highway. And the reason he's doing that is because the trucker felt he would not fit under this bridge. Now, I got to be honest with you. I think he would have made it if he kept going in the middle lane. However, I arrived on the scene after the police officers, and they were already taking command, backing him off, so I just stood there and took a couple of pictures and got out of there. But either way, keep in mind, tractor trailers are not allowed on the Cross Island Parkway in Queens. 1992 brought us this gem. A tractor trailer flatbed loaded with treated wood that flipped over northbound on 95 in the confines of Tremont Avenue, just slightly north of Tremont Avenue. This used to be a notorious spot for tractor trailers flipping over and car accidents in general. This particular curve has been totally redone and the pitch has been changed so that it's rare for a tractor trailer to flip over there anymore. There's another angle of it. You can see there's a man working the forklift, working on all the wood that fell off. I actually covered this particular crash once before, but it was so good I thought I would give it a little bit more airtime on this video. There's all the wood that fell off. And there, this is Tremont Avenue right here. And you can see Highway 1 is out. And yeah, now we're going to take a trip across the bridge to New Jersey, specifically Route 80, because tractor trailers flip there too. In 1994, I came across this wreck. This is the ramp from Route 20 onto 80 going east. Truck was loaded with cookies, and a lot of them came out. This is a very sharp curve. I mean, he had to be flying around this curve for the load to shift like that. That's the only thing I can surmise. Here's another one for you cab over fans. I took these pictures in 1989. One evening I was driving on Route 80 going east, and I came upon this tractor trailer whose trailer buckled. He was being followed by a heavy-duty tow truck, and he was getting off at Broad Avenue, so I decided to get off and photograph him as he came down. Here you can see the trailer has buckled in the front. I imagine it must have been a really old trailer. And he continues now onto Broad Avenue. And here you can see that his back door is wide open. I'm not sure if it's because the trailer buckled or not, but he's still being followed by a heavy-duty tow truck, which I believe was authorized tow for Route 80 back during those days. So guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video of tractor trailer accidents and mishaps in New York City. If you'd like to see more in this series, please tell me in the comments. It's a lot of work for me to scan these pictures I took years ago and then narrate them, but I have no problem doing it if you guys really enjoy these. So thank you for watching my video. Please like it, please hype it, please comment, and I'll see you next time. I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Rock on and peace.